It's quitting day!
I am on my way to work and I have 2 full days of work left. I'm gonna cry. It's been a huge part of my life, and I'll probably sit down on my couch with a blanket and record this. Yeah, I'll probably finish this on the couch because this is hard. It has really shaped a huge part of who I am. Most of my career has been at Goldman. And I'm excited to leave and go on an adventure, but I'm also very sad because, you know, it's sad for something to end. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, so this is gonna be a, like, not story time, but just kind of like a, okay. I left my job, and it is quite a shocking experience because I've been with my company for many years at this point, almost 7 years. Actually, okay, we're just gonna do the story of Goldman because I think there's a lot of really great stories in this story. Maybe I'll do like a how I got there at some point, but at least today I'll do just like a me leaving, how that feels and what emotions have come up. I don't think I've fully let myself feel everything yet, so we'll see what happens. So I left my job. My last day was just recently. It's my last day of work. And it's been, I think it was way harder than I was expecting it to be. There was just so many emotions. So many emotions. Every time I would let another person know I was leaving, I feel like I was on the edge of tears. I'm very grateful, and I think that it's sad to say goodbye to something. And the funny thing is, I have made this choice. So it's not like other people made this choice for me. Like, I have fully made this choice. And that, I think, in a way makes it harder because, like, I am the one fully doing this to myself. But it's also really exciting. This is gonna be so boring. Something I was talking about the other day was just like grieving my job. Oh my goodness, the sun is just, I have to adjust that. That's not gonna be good. I mean, that feels worse. That's a little better. We'll just deal with it, whatever it is. So I have not fully grieved yet. I don't even know what I want to talk about. I left Goldman Sachs is really the main thing. And I think it's like a crazy thing to do because from the outside looking in, I think many people would be like, wow, you have everything that you've ever worked for. You have this amazing career that you've built and you've grown, and I've done all those things. I am very grateful, but I've also worked really, really, really hard to get where I am. It was not like I was just lucky over and over and over again. I worked hard and I really put in the time to get where I am. And I got a lot of places. I was able to do a lot of different things. And it was just really great and really exciting. I'm very fortunate. No light for the win. Okay. Where was I? I feel like I've cried about this a lot, so maybe no more emotions are left. I think the two of the things that have been hitting me the most right now are, as I was saying bye to people, I was feeling very, very grateful and very, very thankful for all of the things that everyone has done for me in my career to help out in places. And I've had many opportunities that other people just maybe didn't have. I've been able to be in a lot of conversations and around tables, and I've worked hard to be there, but there's also a lot of people that in my mind, when I think about my career, have really pulled me up and brought me to those spaces and invited me to those calls. Maybe sometimes I banged on the door loud enough or hard enough to be invited in those spaces, or I made a big enough fuss about something. But I was in a lot of spaces and I did a lot of really hard things that many people thought were impossible. I helped put on events that had never been done before that now have set a standard for the types of things that we can do. Was like the call for certain things and to help answer certain questions. I was made to feel important, which definitely hooks you in a little bit more and makes you feel like, okay, you need to stay. If you leave, what will happen? But something I like to remind people is there was a team before I joined and there will be a team after I joined. Yes, it'll be different, but it'll still be there, and it'll be there in 5 years, 10 years. It will 100% look different. The world is changing, but it'll still be there. So the thing that's been really hard for me is as I've been calling people and telling them that I'm leaving and really thanking them, I started thinking about there have been so many people who've played such a big impact on my life, and a part of me is worried that maybe I didn't make that big of an impact on other people. I just hope that there are as many people out there that feel like I have helped them with their careers as all of the people that have helped me. All of the times that I have felt helped, I hope that I've given that back. I know people haven't asked for it, but I think a lot of my career is someone taking a chance on me and someone trusting in me and challenging me, and then me showing up and putting in the time and putting in the effort and putting in the work. You have to be given the chance to be trusted to be able to do those things. So I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful to all of the people who've had an impact. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just don't even know. I think in my head I had this idea that I'd be able to sit down and talk about just how big of an impact everything had on me, but it just it doesn't, it's just not coming across. Okay. It's leaving.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You've met many people.
Yeah.
A lot of people that you have.
Where are you going? These are all things I need to be saying. What's the question?
Okay, 7 years is a long time. If you think about it, that's a full-on toddler.
It's more than a toddler.
More than a toddler,
It's a
exactly.
second
It's a
grader.
child. It's a second grader. It's a long-term relationship. That is a long relationship.
Longer than our relationship.
But if you put it into these perspectives,
Yeah, well, I signed my first offer letter almost 10 years ago
I know. So
to the company, which is even more time and even longer.
Mm-hmm.
It's my whole adult life.
Mm-hmm.
Almost a third of my life I've been with that company.
You feeling sad about leaving it, or are you feeling sad about what could have been, or both?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think I'm sad to leave because it's the ending of something. But then I think I'm also sad about what could have been. I think I have had to grieve before now because I think I made choices to go down a different path than what I originally thought. You know what I mean? I think I didn't grieve that, but I definitely needed to grieve that of the career that I thought I was going to have that now I'm not having. But it could always just look different, right? Your path can go in a bazillion different ways, and people leave and come back, and people do different things. I don't know if I'll go back to like corporate America. I have no idea. Mm-hmm. It's a big unknown.
Possibility.
Yeah, it's a possibility
to not.
Yeah, it's a possibility, and it's also a possibility to not happen.
No.
And that's okay.
Are you afraid of anything?
I think I'm afraid that if I do decide to go back, that I won't be as good. Like, that like I've made such an impression and I've built a brand, and then I just won't be able to perform at that level. I think I'm afraid of that. Just like won't do what people expect of me.
Why not set that expectation yourself?
I don't know.
Like, why not set
I think
those
you
boundaries?
always have a, I don't think it's a boundary thing. I think it's a like, when you hire someone, you hope that they're going to be able to do something, because like you've interviewed them, you've talked to them, you have expectations of them coming in and being able to do something. And then if they can't, then it's like, ugh, we just spent all this time interviewing and bringing someone in and training someone, and like they're just not able to do what we need. It's okay, like you move people around and you try to figure something out, but I don't know. I think the thing is like maybe I'm underselling myself.
You're underselling yourself? Oh,
Yeah.
100%. You always are.
Yeah, because I don't think that that's an actual reality, that I would like go back and not absolutely kill it at whatever I'm doing.
You can separate yourself from achieving what you need to achieve and from overworking, from giving too much, if you ever go back to corporate.
Yeah, I would hope so. I think I've gotten much better at that.
Is there something that you would like to pour yourself into that like you find more enjoyable to pour yourself into?
I think there's things that I want to do, but I think this is where I'm gonna go with this. Like, I think there's things that I want to do. Like, I want to be doing this. I want to be recording more. I want to be editing more, but I'm nowhere close to the level of excellence of where I am in other spaces, and that's really scary because it's like to be. I'm gonna sound so full of myself.
It's okay. You can
like
full
to
of
be so good at something, and then to just be like just turn that off and like say goodbye to that, and then do purposefully completely leave that thing that you're like so good at and move into something else that you know nothing about for fun, but also because like maybe it could turn into something else is so scary.
Are there things that you're good at that you could apply to this?
Yeah. I mean, I think I learn fast. I know that I learn fast. I know that if...
Like, I am scared right now.
Why?
I am scared that you're going to be a better videographer than I am.
That might happen.
I'm fully aware of that.
Like, that might happen.
I am fully aware of that.
I think you just need the reps, right? Like,
exactly.
Even this right now, like, I'm getting a rep in, and this is going to be a fucking bitch to edit.
Yeah.
Like, not safe for kids when I publish. Like, I would curse, whatever. Like, this is going to be so hard to edit.
Yeah.
And I'll leave some of this in because it's, like, very real, and, like, it's going to be hard. Like, my first video was so hard to edit. I was splicing things from multiple different places, putting them in, like, cutting words, making things sound like they were all flowing in one sentence. Like that commercial. Oh my God. Such a good commercial. The Sephora commercial. Like, where they ended one word at the end of a sentence and it became the next frame, and it's so cool. Editing Mallory here for quick short intermission. This is pretty horrible to edit. Past Mallory was 100% accurate on this. This is rough, but we're getting through it. So enjoy the rest of it. Back to the question. Are there things that I'm good at that I can apply to this? Yes.
Like what?
Learning fast. Like learning fast and then doing. I think like I need to physically like hands-on, tactile do.
But like, I think I'm trying to ask, like, what skills are you bringing into this?
The skill of learning fast. That is a skill. Go to engineering school. That's a skill.
Is it a skill that you can learn?
Yes, that is a skill. Oh, yeah.
So going back to your job, why all the feelings behind it then? If you can just take your skills, pick up and apply it anywhere you go.
Because it's been my home. It's where I grew up. It's where I became an adult. It's where I like made friends, stopped having friends, went through life experiences, learned new things. I've had a lot of life happen, and it's like been the constant in my life. And it's always been this like safe space. It's like always been a safe space that like I know I can show up however I am, and like it's okay. And I always knew that like they'd have my back, right? Like the company I joined, it's definitely different. But when I joined, there was this mindset of like, if I were to get stranded somewhere, if I went on a hike and I were to get stranded on the side of the mountain, like they would send a helicopter to come find me. Like that is the company I joined, and like that has always been amplified to me. I've got your back. Like, what do you need? I'm here for you. If you utilize it. Because I think you could come in and just treat it like a job and come in and leave. But I think if you like really care and really want to be part of, it used to be a family business, right? Like if you really want to be part of the family, it can be that for you. We have the sun setting. Let there be light. Yeah, I think that's why it's super sad. Because like it was always my home. And like I put that at the end of my goodbye email, right? It's like, which I'll make a whole video about this. Being a queer woman in corporate America, specifically in finance, because I think that's a whole thing. Like I came out at Goldman before I came out at home. It's really been, it's just like been there for me. There were phases in my life where I had more meals at work than I had at home. Great, if you are there after 8 p.m., I'm not paying for it. Great perk. It's just a lot of life. And like funny memories, right? Talent shows. COVID. Working from home and like literally seeing people in their homes when like you were used to seeing everyone like polished all the time. Okay. I think that's good. I think that got across. I have a lot of feelings.
Why are you so sad?
I think I'm just like, it's just real. I'm proud to be like, there's this thing I wanted to do and I'm just gonna go do it. And then, but it's also sad in a way because I think a part of me feels like I'm like letting people down, and to like see different people's reactions was kind of like fun in a twisted way. Like I put a lot of people on an emotional roller coaster. I apologize. So I was like, I'm leaving. And then they'd be like, no. And then I'd be like, to go travel the world and live in out of a backpack. I keep saying live in a backpack. I cannot fit in my backpack. I don't think I could fit in my backpack. I kept calling people and being like, I'm leaving and we're going to go travel the world and just bring a backpack. And then they'd be like, whoa, amazing. Ah! And so it was like this really big up and down of emotions. And I think that was kind of fun because it was like people were excited for me. Okay, I'm gonna go cry in the tub. Beautiful background. Delete app. Delete app. Delete app. Delete app. Bye, badge. Last elevator ride up to the floor. 20 minutes